Can you believe there's only 6 months left of 2025? If you're struggling with OCD and aren't meeting your goals, NOCD is here to help. Their expertly trained therapists can help you conquer OCD and meet the goals that you saw for yourself for 2025. NOCD also accepts most major insurance plans and can make effective treatment affordable. You can actually book a free call with NOCD. Just go to their website, which is nocd.com. Now, I'm going to share 5 ways that ERP, exposure and response prevention therapy, has changed my life. I want to start by saying ERP didn't just give me my life back, it gave me a life. All right, number 1, and honestly the most helpful, I'm not triggered every single time I leave the house, which is so nice, because when I would leave the house, I would obviously look for things that would trigger me and that would scare me. And it wasn't that they were there more, it was just that I was noticing them more because I was like looking out for them. So ERP taught me to almost embrace those things that triggered me and to embrace the anxiety and the fear, and that I was okay even though it happened every single time. And I've said this before in another video, but ERP has helped me to, when I see my triggers, use it as an opportunity to grow and to learn and embrace that anxiety instead of something that just scares me for no reason and makes me feel like that something terrible is going to happen. It gave my triggers and fears purpose, and now I had something that I could control when I was triggered. I now look at that and use it as an opportunity. Like, I try to trigger myself. I purposely now go and look for triggers so I can make my world bigger. Number 2 is making friends. I struggled all throughout growing up socially and self-isolating and dismissing people because they triggered me. Like, I literally once stopped talking to a girl because she sent me an emoji that triggered me and that scared me, and therefore then I emotionally contaminated her. Yeah. I cut off so many people in my life because I was in a place where I was constantly triggered by really anything that anybody said. So I felt like I was just better off being by myself. And now doing exposure and response prevention therapy, I've been able to be around people, be triggered, and still be present and still be able to move on and still be able to move past it with the amount of practice. It's honestly one of my favorite things that ERP has given me. Number 3 is going on dates and dating and having like a love life. Like, that was never something that I ever thought I could do or that was possible for me. And obviously there are still a little bit of elements that I'm working through now, but I'm using exposure therapy to kind of jump over those hurdles. But back in the day, I would never go on a date with somebody, or every single guy that I used to like became contaminated, or I'd be hyper fixated on one guy because I didn't emotionally contaminate him, which made my brain think that, oh, he must be the one because I haven't emotionally contaminated him. With exposure and response prevention therapy, I'm able to go out, go on dates, see people for a certain amount of time, not cut people off immediately, leave relationships that aren't good for me, all of those things. And it's honestly very beautiful, and I'm really excited about it. I'm able to not cut off men as quickly too, because men can say things that have triggered me and I can still actively date them or be their friend, which is so great. Like, I'm friends with quite a few guys that I've been on dates with in the past and that just didn't work out. And I remember really liking this one guy, and he said things multiple times that really triggered my OCD, and I still liked him and I still went out with him, and I was like, you know what, that doesn't matter because I really am interested. And that was like a huge milestone for me. ERP is helping me a lot with pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, with going on dates with a bunch of different types of people just to see what I want and what I need and not what my OCD requires. Number 4 is being more present. I can't express how lucky I feel to have done exposure and response prevention therapy and have the outcome be to be more present, especially when I'm visiting my family or when I'm being with my friends, or if I'm just living in the moment. Like, I'm able to look out at a beautiful scenery and not have a graphic, intrusive image pop into my head. I'm able to have a conversation with my mom, my sister, my dad, my uncles, my cousins, and not have these awful thoughts coming in about somebody like hurting themselves in a horrific way. And I'm able to hold a knife and not be terrified that I'm going to cut somebody. Like, it's all of these things that, it sounds stupid, but it's so healing to be present and in the moment and actually enjoy what's going on and not have to fake it. That, actually, I take it back. I think that this one's my favorite one because I'm able to actually enjoy moments, it's huge. And number 5, I was able to move abroad, not once, but twice. I moved to Ireland by myself, and then I moved to London by myself. Then on top of that, I was able last year, and I've talked about this in some other NOCD videos, but I was able to do a full loop around the world solo trip by myself, meeting up with friends along the way that I made because I did exposure and response prevention therapy, because I was able to get help, and because I did the work. It was a really, really, really big thing for me to do that trip. I flew to New Zealand from Boston by myself, a country that I had never been before. And how crazy is that? I had moved to Ireland by myself. I had moved to London by myself. But this was like another level for me. I went to Hong Kong completely solo. Didn't even meet up with anybody there. It was one of the most beautiful things that I've ever experienced in my entire life. I say this all the time, but I used to not be able to leave the house without having a panic attack. And here I am in 2020, it was 2024 at the time, going on a 24-hour flight by myself all the way around the world, traveling to Vietnam, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong. Who do I think I am? Healed? Who, me? That, honestly, it was the most proud I think I've ever been of myself. Because I went to the grocery store and started crying once. You know what I mean? Like, we're making big moves, big moves. We love exposure therapy. I don't actually love exposure therapy, but I love what it has done for me. I don't think anybody really loves exposure therapy, but it is, in my opinion, the therapy that helps you the most, and obviously helps you the most when you have obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't want anyone to struggle if they do not have to. Effective, affordable, and convenient treatment is possible, and NOCD's therapists never judge either. No matter how scary or out of pocket you think that your intrusive thoughts are. I thought that as well. Everybody with OCD does. Book a free call to learn more and start living the life and the year that you want. Thank you for listening.